Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90 Day Fiancé critics want Jenny Slatten out of India, off the show. 90 Day Fiancé, the other way brings more of Jenny Slatten. And, nothing really changed since the very first episode of Season 1. Sumit still dithers around and she still remains desperately hanging on hoping for that ring. But he just won commit. So, some people on Reddit think Jenny should get out of India and should cancel them on the show. We reported that Jenny and Sumit finally confronted his parents. After what feels like years, they still hate her because of her age. Plus, they think Jenny lied to them. Of course, Jenny and Sumit hope for a wedding soon. But like all the other episodes, that looks unlikely, and once again, her visa runs out. Fans think Summit's weak. Too weak to tell her to just go home. Meanwhile, Entertainment Chronicle reported that Sumit seemingly makes an excuse to call off their ring ceremony. So, 90 Day Fiancé fans started to lose their faith in the couple. Notably, lots of people grow bored with their story on. So, on Reddit, people grow so irritated with the never-ending story that they sarcastically joked about petitioning the Indian government. On November 23, Redditor Uchanki_BOI_563 wrote, "Petition for the Indian government to deport and permanently ban Jenny from entering India. Brought to you by the Common Effing Sense Gang." And hundreds of people upvoted it. Plus, user Kayla Lee suggested, the real petition should be to cancel this season of The Other Way. Cause man it SCKS. Actually, those people on Reddit tend to be quite forthright in their opinions. But lately, Jenny and Sumit get trolled quite a lot on their Instagrams as well. As does Devon Clegg. After a year of happy vlogs and posts, it turned out that Devon split from Jihun with bitter recriminations. Disappointed fans become quite vocal about all these unsatisfying endings. But perhaps, Jenny and Sumit bring the most dissatisfaction to the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. Jenny and Sumit get their fair share of trolls. But this season, fans also turn on Summit's parents. In the first season, they saw that Sumit married already. An arranged marriage. No wonder his parents seemed upset about him with Jenny. But now that he divorced his Indian wife, fans think they should be free to marry. One 90 Day Fiancé follower wrote, "Two consenting adults who wish to marry is not a disgrace. And parents who try to control their adult children need to back off and let their kids live their own lives. Humans are not puppets." What do you think about Sumit and Jenny Slatten? Should Jenny do everyone a favor and leave India, or should she try and persist with this go-nowhere relationship? Sound off your thoughts in the comments below. 90 Day Fiancé critics call for Jenny Slatten's exit from India and the franchise. Jenny Slatten, one of the most polarizing figures on 90 Day Fiancé, finds herself at the center of a growing storm. As the latest season unfolds, critics and fans alike are voicing their frustrations, with many calling for her removal not only from India but also from the franchise altogether. The uproar stems from a mix of cultural misunderstandings, ongoing drama, and allegations of exploiting her relationship for fame. Here's why this reality TV veteran is facing backlash and why her story still captivates millions. Jenny's love story, from romance to reality check. Jenny's journey began as a love story that seemed almost too fantastical to be true. A 63-year-old American grandmother falling for Sumit Singh, a man 30 years her junior from India, was the kind of improbable romance 90 Day Fiancé thrives on. Their early seasons were filled with drama, secret marriages, family disapproval, and cultural clashes that kept fans glued to their screens. However, as the seasons dragged on, viewers began to question the authenticity of their relationship. Critics argue that what once felt like genuine love has now devolved into a cycle of repetitive storylines. Jennie's ongoing inability to adapt to Indian culture and Summit's reluctance to fully embrace her lifestyle have led many to wonder if the couple is simply keeping the drama alive to stay relevant. Cultural clashes, a ticking time bomb. A major source of contention is Jennie's struggle to assimilate into Indian culture. While some fans sympathize with her challenges, others see her behavior as disrespectful. Jennie often appears frustrated by Indian customs, from dietary restrictions to traditional family dynamics. Her reluctance to learn Hindi, despite years in the country, has further fueled criticism. In one particularly infamous scene, Jennie was seen complaining about having to squat while cleaning, a practice common in many Indian households. "Why can't things just be easier here?" she exclaimed, a comment that sparked outrage among Indian viewers. Critics argued that Jennie's unwillingness to embrace the culture she married into reflects a lack of respect for Summit's heritage. Family drama fatigue. The ongoing feud with Summit's family has also worn thin with fans. Summit's mother, Sana, has been a formidable presence on the show, vehemently opposing the couple's union. While Jennie initially gained sympathy for enduring Sana's harsh criticisms, many now feel that the storyline has overstayed its welcome. Viewers have noted that the tension often feels manufactured. "How many times are we going to watch Jennie cry about Summit's mom not liking her?" one fan wrote on social media. "It's the same argument every season." This repetitive drama has led to accusations that Jennie and Summit are clinging to their roles on the show rather than resolving their issues off-camera. Exploitation or entertainment. Some fans and critics believe Jennie's continued presence on the show highlights a deeper issue, the exploitation of cultural differences for entertainment. By focusing on Jennie's struggles in India, the show risks perpetuating stereotypes about both Indian culture and Western ignorance. Jennie's portrayal makes it seem like Westerners are unwilling or unable to adapt to other cultures, one critic noted. It's not a good look for anyone involved. On the other hand, some argue that Jennie's story sheds light on the real challenges of cross-cultural relationships, making her a relatable figure for many viewers. Calls for her removal. The backlash against Jennie has reached a boiling point, with some fans actively campaigning for her removal from the show. Social media platforms are filled with hashtags like Bye Jennie and Jennie off 90 Day Fiance. Critics argue that her storyline has become stale and that the franchise should focus on newer couples with fresh perspectives. Others believe that Jennie's departure from India is overdue. "She clearly doesn't like living there," one fan commented. "Why not move back to the US and let Summit visit her? It's obvious they're not happy in India." Jennie's defense, a fighter in love. Despite the criticism, Jennie has her share of supporters who see her as a resilient woman fighting for love. Her fans argue that she has endured incredible hardships to be with Summit, from leaving her family in California to navigating a completely foreign environment. "People are so quick to judge Jennie, but imagine being her age and starting over in a new country," one fan wrote. "She's doing the best she can." Jennie herself has defended her actions in interviews, emphasizing that she and Summit are genuinely in love. "We've been through so much together," she said in a recent episode. "We're not giving up just because it's hard." The franchise factor. For TLC, Jennie and Summit remain valuable assets. Their story draws millions of viewers, even as it polarizes the fan base. The controversy surrounding Jennie only serves to fuel interest, ensuring that her segments remain some of the most talked about moments of the show. However, with fans growing increasingly vocal about their dissatisfaction, the network may soon face a tough decision. Can they afford to keep Jenny on the show without alienating a significant portion of their audience, or is it time to say goodbye to one of 90 Day Fiancé's most enduring couples? What's next for Jenny as the backlash grows? Jenny's future on 90 Day Fiancé hangs in the balance. If she and Sumit choose to leave India, they could potentially start a new chapter in the United States, one that might reignite interest in their story. Alternatively, their departure from the franchise could pave the way for fresh faces and new narratives. Regardless of what happens, Jenny's journey has left an indelible mark on 90 Day Fiancé. Love her or hate her, she's become a symbol of the challenges and rewards of pursuing an unconventional romance. Whether her critics succeed in pushing her out of India and off the show remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: Jenny Slatten's story isn't over yet.